Your 20s are not just about figuring out who you are. They are about building the financial foundation that will define the next several decades of your life. The decisions you make between the ages of 20 and 29 carry more weight than most people realize. Time is the most powerful force in personal finance, and right now, you have more of it than you ever will again. Every dollar saved, every debt avoided, every smart financial habit formed in this decade compounds into something extraordinary later. These are the 10 major money milestones you need to accomplish before you turn 30, and each one brings you closer to a life of genuine financial freedom. The very first milestone is building a starter emergency fund of $1,000. This single step separates people who spiral into debt at the first sign of trouble from those who handle life's surprises without financial damage. A car repair, a medical bill, an unexpected expense. These things happen to everyone. Without a cushion, most people reach for a credit card and begin a cycle of debt that takes years to escape. Start small, stay consistent, and get that $1,000 sitting in a dedicated savings account before anything else. It is not glamorous, but it is the bedrock of every financial plan that actually works. So once your starter fund is in place, the next milestone is eliminating high-interest debt, particularly credit card balances. Credit card interest rates often hover between 20 and 25% annually, which means carrying a balance is one of the most expensive financial decisions you can make. Every dollar you owe at that rate is actively working against your future. Attack the highest interest balances first using the avalanche method, or knock out the smallest balances first using the snowball method for psychological momentum. Either approach works. What matters is that you commit and follow through. Getting out of high-interest debt in your 20s is one of the highest return investments you will ever make. After clearing high-interest debt, the next milestone is growing your emergency fund to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This is the full version of financial protection. Losing a job, dealing with a health crisis, or facing a major life disruption becomes far less catastrophic when you have months of expenses sitting in reserve. Calculate your actual monthly costs: rent, utilities, groceries, transportation, insurance, and multiply that number by at least 3. Keep this money in a high-yield savings account where it earns interest but remains accessible. This fund is not an investment, it is insurance, and its value is measured in peace of mind and financial stability. The 5th milestone is beginning to invest, and the earlier you start, the more dramatically compound interest works in your favor. If you invest just $200 per month, starting at age 22, and earn an average annual return of 8%, you will have over $1 million by retirement. Wait until 30 to start, and that same monthly contribution produces significantly less. Open a retirement account such as a Roth individual retirement account, or contribute to your employer's 401k plan, especially if your employer offers a matching contribution. That match is essentially free money, and not taking it is leaving part of your compensation on the table. Investing early is not optional. It is the single most powerful financial move available to you right now. Building wealth is not only about cutting expenses, it's equally about growing what you earn. The 6th milestone is deliberately increasing your income, whether through negotiating a raise, developing a marketable skill, taking on freelance work, or building a side income stream. Your earning potential in your 20s is highly elastic. You are early enough in your career that investing in skills, certifications, and professional development pays enormous dividends. Research what professionals in your field earn, understand your market value, and advocate for yourself. A single salary negotiation that results in a $5,000 annual increase compounds into hundreds of thousands of dollars over a career when you factor in future raises, bonuses, and retirement contributions tied to your base salary. Your credit score is a financial tool that affects your ability to rent an apartment, buy a car, secure a mortgage, and sometimes even get a job. The seventh milestone is understanding how credit works and actively building a strong score. Pay every bill on time, keep your credit utilization below 30% of your available limit, avoid opening too many new accounts at once, and let your oldest accounts age. A score above 750 opens doors to the best interest rates and financial products available. Treat your credit score like a professional reputation. It takes time to build, can be damaged quickly, and has real consequences for your financial life. The eighth milestone is creating a written financial plan that includes a budget, savings goals, debt payoff timeline, and investment targets. People who write down their financial goals are significantly more likely to achieve them. A budget does not restrict your freedom. It gives you permission to spend on what matters because you have already accounted for everything important. Use a zero-based budgeting approach where every dollar has a job, or follow the 50-30-20 rule where 50% goes to needs, 30% to wants, and 20% to savings and debt repayment. Review your plan monthly, adjust as your income and expenses change, and treat it as a living document rather than a one-time exercise. The ninth milestone is beginning to accumulate assets that grow in value over time. This could mean continuing to build your investment portfolio, purchasing your first home if the numbers make sense in your market, or investing in index funds that track the broader market. The goal is to shift from being someone who only earns and spends to someone who owns things that generate value. Assets work for you while you sleep. Even small, consistent contributions to a diversified portfolio in your 20s create a foundation that becomes genuinely life-changing by your 40s and 50s. Wealth is not built in dramatic moments. It is built in quiet, consistent decisions made over years. The 10th and perhaps most transformative milestone is developing a wealth mindset, the belief system and daily habits that make every other milestone possible. This means reading about personal finance, surrounding yourself with people who take money seriously, delaying gratification when necessary, and understanding that every financial decision is either moving you toward freedom or away from it. Your 20s will pass faster than you expect. The version of you at 30 will be shaped entirely by the choices the current version of you makes today. These 10 milestones are not just checkboxes. They are the architecture of a financially secure, intentional life. Start now, stay consistent, and let time do the rest.